Why Facebook ads? The world's most targeted advertising. And I want you guys to really hear that Facebook ads is the world's most targeted advertising. Never before in the history of mankind has there been an advertising platform that allows you to be as specific as Facebook ads does allow you to be. Which in the long run means that your ad is in front of more targeted, qualified people that are more likely to be predisposed to enjoy your product, your service, whatever. And there is infinitely less waste than other forms of traditional advertising like print, radio, TV, all those other kinds of ads. So let's talk about why you should be using Facebook ads over any other form of online advertising. The number one reason is the traffic. Facebook is, again, the world's number one most trafficked website. In Google's most recent report, search terms related to Facebook accounted for a full 3% of global search terms in the world. So 3% of the entire world's search terms were Facebook related. As of the latest study around the time of this recording, Facebook is approaching 1 billion users, and they're likely to hit that inside of 2012. And so if nothing else, Facebook is just where everyone hangs out. If you run a business, think about your target market. Do the people who buy from you hang out on Facebook? And the key word there is that they absolutely do. They are absolutely on Facebook because everyone is on Facebook. And so as marketers, our job is to go where our customers are. And so using Facebook advertising makes a lot of sense just because of the sheer amount of people that use Facebook and hang out there on a regular basis. As a second point, Facebook has a very diverse audience. What people don't understand is that Facebook is not just for young, cool guys with iPhones. The fastest growing demographic inside of Facebook is actually people over the age of 35. Inside the United States, people over the age of 35 account for over 40% of Facebook users, which means that the audience is not just people who are young or in their 20s or teenagers, high schoolers, college age kids, but you can actually reach a widely, surprisingly diverse audience by using Facebook advertising. Number two is that Facebook ads are absolutely everywhere. What you'll see here on top is me looking at my personal profile, and you can see that there are sponsored ads on the side of me just looking at my personal profile. On the bottom left is me looking at my news feed. So this is where people are commonly just hanging out, looking at what's going on with all their friends' lives and everything. And you can see that there are sponsored posts there right on the right side as I'm looking at my news feed. And then the bottom right is when I'm looking at a fan page that's not even mine, but I still get shown advertisements. And so Facebook ads are absolutely on every page that somebody could be using on Facebook. And it might not be every single possible page, but I'm telling you, 90% of the time people spend on Facebook, there are advertisements running on the same screen that they're looking at. And so Facebook ads are absolutely everywhere. And I'll tell you in a second why they are going to become even more prominent as Facebook keeps moving forward. The next reason is for the Facebook IPO. And this has obviously been really big news here in the early goings of 2012. Facebook recently became a publicly traded company. And so now that Facebook has investors to answer to, they have to be more focused on revenue. Mark Zuckerberg himself has come out and said that Facebook is going to be actively pursuing new forms of revenue. And a really big piece of that is their advertising campaign. And so they are searching for new ways to get advertisers to use their platform more. And they'll be searching for ways to make their advertising platform convert better for us, the advertisers. Facebook has been changing and will keep changing their advertising platform to perform better and better and better for advertisers, because the better their advertising platform converts, the more people will advertise and the more money Facebook will generate. Here are just two quick news stories from Time Business and Bloomberg Business Week. And two of these articles, number one on the left says why Facebook's IPO matters. And that was from Time Business, and it just talked about why Facebook's IPO is going to be great for people using Facebook advertising. And just like we talked about before with Facebook needing more revenue and having investors to answer to, they need to be profitable, they need to be generating more money and driving up the cost of their publicly traded stocks, that they need to be finding ways to entice advertisers to use their advertising platform and to even spend more money there. And again, on the right, the thing about Bloomberg Business Week said basically the same thing. It was talking about how Facebook advertising platform is going to become an even hotter spot for advertisers to go to, as Facebook has to focus more and more on revenue generation. And lastly, Facebook's targeting features. The world's most targeted advertising platform. And again, I need you to hear that. It is the world's most targeted advertising platform. And it is simply because Facebook users like us tell Facebook everything. Think of all the information that you provide Facebook. You provide Facebook with your age, your gender, where you work, where you live, how far you've gone in education, your personal interests, who your friends are, all of that, and more. And what you may not know about Facebook advertising is that Facebook allows its advertisers to target you based on this kind of information. So imagine as an advertiser being able to pick who you want to show your ads to based on their exact ages, their gender, exactly where they live. This geographic targeting is one of the most powerful things about Facebook and one of the things we always tell people to use because there's so much you can tell about somebody based on where they live. We have a lot of people who are in local businesses, people who own psychiatric practices, dental practices, restaurants, all kinds of different local businesses. Imagine being able to target people based on how far away they are from your office's zip code, therefore eliminating all the waste that can come with all kinds of other different advertising platforms. If you sell a really high-end product or you sell something that caters to a specific financial demographic, you can target based on work experience or education. You technically can target people based on what kind of job they might have. So again, if your product is really high-end, is really kind of expensive, you can target only people who maybe graduated college or work at a couple really high-end firms, businesses in your area, because those typically will be the people who have higher-paying jobs. And the absolute biggest one is your personal interests. All those pages that you go out there and like, Facebook allows advertisers to target you based on those personal interests. So we use this example a lot, but our Train Baseball page, we are able to target people based on whether they've liked the Baseball Tonight fan page, or based on whether they like their favorite Major League Baseball team in the area. And our targeting goes much, much deeper than just that, but you can see the power that comes from being able to eliminate the waste with your advertising by targeting on Facebook. So that's why you should be using Facebook ads. Facebook ads is not just some arbitrary thing, it's because it's on Facebook, and that's why we talk about it. We talk about Facebook ads because we've tried a bunch of different stuff, and Facebook ads is what works. Facebook ads lets you get the perfect combination of the highest targeting with the lowest costs, and also the highest conversion rates, which we'll get to that in later modules. But that's why you should be using Facebook ads. I hope you guys are starting to kind of see this whole thing from 10,000 feet and understand why Facebook ads is so powerful. So thanks for watching this, guys, and we will see you in the next module.